Dear listeners, since so many of you who follow me have given me a sign like this, in the previous presentation where I shared a miracle of how God worked in my life, I noticed that 21% of you disagreed with my presentation. So I'm coming with another presentation that I want to share with you and show you how God is still working in our lives today. I want to share with you an episode in which God intervened miraculously in my life. I once dreamed the Lord said, "I'm taking you to the hospital for a day." After I woke up, I said, "Lord, but I'm not sick. Why should I go there?" I'm telling you, I'm really afraid of injections or when they take my blood for tests. This news scared me, since every hospital visit meant blood draws, and sometimes I fainted from fear. I forgot about the dream during the day, but around 9 post-meridium, I started feeling really bad. This feeling got so bad that every time I swallowed something, even water, I felt like throwing up at some point. I felt so bad that I couldn't stop vomiting, so I called the ambulance. I got to the hospital, they ran some tests, and they noticed that a part of my small intestine was twisted and strangulated. So I want to show you it was right under the stomach, the small intestine that runs across, about 25 centimeters. It was twisted, it was twisted. So the doctor scheduled me for surgery, an emergency surgery. A day after this news, I was sweating all over. I was soaked with fear. All my clothes got wet in a very short time. Maybe in 10 minutes, I was completely soaked. In 10 minutes, I sweated from fear. When I heard that I had to be operated on in 3 hours, so it was 3 in the morning and the doctor scheduled me for surgery at 6, and I spent those 3 hours waiting. In the first hour, I went through 3 scenarios. Then I came before the Lord and said this: "Lord, I would like you to be the one to operate on me, so please don't let the doctors be the ones to do the surgery. Because if you operated on me, there wouldn't be any scar left on my stomach and your surgery wouldn't be visible, because when you operate, you don't leave any marks. So that would be the first scenario that I would like the most if you operated on me. And the second scenario, I said, Lord, if the doctors operate on me, I will be stitched up, and for a good period of time, I won't be able to work anymore. All the responsibilities will fall on my wife, because I will be operated on, and until my surgery heals, it will be a longer period. I can't do anything." And the third scenario could happen, and that's because of allergies. And from the anesthesia, I could fall asleep and not wake up. So basically, I could die. And I said, Lord, I bring these 3 scenarios before you. I agree with all of them. So I accept your will no matter what it is. But still, as a man, I choose the first option, for you to operate on me. So these are the things I brought in a short prayer before the Lord. And I said, Lord, I accept all 3 possibilities, but as a man, I choose the first one. I wish you would operate on me, but Lord, do as you will. I leave myself in your hands. At 6 in the morning, I went through these scenarios and prayed to the Lord. And at 6, the doctor came into my room. He drew on my belly and told me how he would operate on me, and that it's better to have the surgery quickly. That if I don't do it, I'll have to undergo a much bigger surgery, because that twisted intestine would have to be amputated, it would have to be cut and replaced, and then the surgery would be much harder. So he suggested that I have the surgery as soon as possible. So he sent me for x-rays again, he sent me for x-rays again. After he prayed for me, I felt strong stomach discomfort and suddenly became very sick. But then I didn't feel anything. The doctor sent me for x-rays again, and after about an hour, he came into the room and told me, "You should know that something what I was supposed to do has already been done. Your body has twisted your intestine back into place, and you no longer have a twisted intestine." I was very surprised, and I said, Lord, does this mean you operated on me? And he asked me if I could eat, and I said, yes, I think I can, because I was very hungry, since I hadn't eaten anything at home. precisely because I was feeling very bad and I couldn't eat anything, not even drink water. That's why at 12 o'clock I left home, because I didn't have any more problems. I discussed Mister with my roommate before going home. I stayed in the hospital for about 12 hours. Exactly as Mister said, it wasn't a full day, it was just 12 hours, around 12 hours. So I think this is a solid argument. Let us put all our hope in the God of miracles, who can still work today without leaving any marks on our bodies. I thank God with all my heart who hears us when we call on him. Now, there is also a verse in the Bible that says something like this: when a poor man cries out, the Lord hears and delivers him from all his troubles. So, when we are desperate and in trouble, we can cry out to the Lord and he hears us and delivers us from all our troubles. Thank you for listening to me, and may the Lord bless you in everything you do. Amen.